Good morning, everyone. My name is Jamie, and I am doing today's Virus versus Verses. I actually wanted to share a Bible verse with you that I heard a lot in a song before I was saved, back when I was in college, and I wasn't really following Christ at that time. The Bible verse is Matthew 16, verse 26. It says, "For what profit is it to a man if he gains the whole world and loses his own soul? Or what will a man give in exchange for his soul?" So there was a song back then that was like always playing on the radio. And basically it talks about that. It refers to that verse. What is it to a man if he gains the whole world and loses his own soul? The lyric was, "I don't want to gain the whole world and lose my soul." And I used to hear that song on the radio, and it was a Christian radio station. So I'd be like just scrolling through the radio, skipping through stations. And once in a while, when I was in that car, for some reason, that song always popped up. And again, the lyric was, "I don't want to gain the whole world and lose my soul." And it references Matthew 16, 26. So anytime I was going through something personal, battling like my inner demons at the time, that song would always come on the radio. And I'd be like, wow, is it worth living the way I'm living and the lifestyle that I was living when my soul was at stake? So it was a seed that was planted in me way back before I really started following Jesus, and before I gave my heart to him and accepted him into my life. So I just wanted to share that with you, because even now I struggle. I'm not a perfect Christian. There's no such thing. God is always working on us. God is always refining us. This Christian walk and this walk of faith that we have is a process that goes on through our whole lives. We are always going to fall short of his glory. We are always going to mess up because we're humans, and we battle, we struggle with our identity of who we are in this world and who we are in God's eyes, and what we have to remember the most is our soul, our spirit, what we're doing now that is going to affect us in eternity, because this world is so temporary, and everything that we do should reflect Jesus. First of all, everything we should do should not be ashamed of. So we have to really consider our actions. Like, is this pleasing to God, or is this upsetting to God? And of course, we shouldn't condemn ourselves. We shouldn't beat ourselves up, but we should always reflect on the actions and our behaviors from day to day and really think about what we are doing, and is it pleasing to God? And we are not always going to please God, and he understands that. And that is why he's so merciful and graceful. The important thing is that we come to him and we ask for his forgiveness. We ask him to help us in the areas where we need him. We are going to fall short and disappoint him a lot, because that is just the human sinful nature. There's no excuse for sinning. I'm not saying that. There's no excuse for making decisions that are not glorifying to God, but there is forgiveness. And he will forgive if you genuinely come to him and ask him to help you in those areas of your life where you're still struggling. So don't feel condemned. Don't feel like it's the end of the world. Don't feel like you are not going to get your eternal reward. Just always remember Matthew 16:26. "For what profit is it to a man if he gains the whole world and loses his own soul?" Think about that. Think about how your spirit is affected by your daily choices, the actions, the words, what you choose to do, basically. If it's not glorifying to God, ask God to help you in that area, because you cannot do it on your own. The flesh is weak. Okay, the spirit is willing, the flesh is weak. Unfortunately, I don't have that Bible verse memorized. I don't know exactly where that is in the Bible. I forgot, but look it up. And just remember, God loves you, and He doesn't want to see you. He doesn't want you to feel like a failure. He doesn't want to feel like you are completely lost and a million miles away from Him. You are not distant from Him. You know, you've kind of fallen away maybe, but you are allowed to come back, and He will welcome you with open arms if you come to Him and ask Him and come to Him daily. First Thessalonians 5:17 says, pray without ceasing. If there is an issue in your life that you really want handled and you really want to go to God and have Him work that out, then pray without ceasing. Continue to ask Him for help in that area of your life. You are not going to lose His love no matter what you do, as long as you come back to Him and ask Him for help. Have a great day. Be blessed.